Video with some awesome lag. Okay, so today's video is going to be story time. The time, what is appropriate? The time I ran away from crazy people playing Ding Dong Ditch. So one day I go over to my friend's house over one break, spring break. It was some break, right? I'm probably about let's say, I'm like 16 probably, or 15, about 16 I'd say. My other friend, he's about 15, then one of them's like 12, and then one of them's like, 12 too. And we go when we know this one house that's crazy. Oh my, right? So we're like, okay, let's get it. And we have Ding Dong Ditch's house before, right? So we go and one of them, it's always like, one of us go up and the others will sit behind. We take turns, right? So one of them goes up and hits it. And we run. Okay. They just come out, like what the heck, the average, what someone would usually do, right? And look around like, what the heck, these darn kids. So we go and do it again. But by the time someone goes up, the guy is sitting in a chair staring at the door. So we're like, oh snap. It's about to get real. Oh gosh, this lag is gonna get me killed. Right? Am I connected to Wi-Fi? Yeah, disconnect. So we just run, and we go and hit it maybe 30 minutes later. And we run up to this house, kind of beside it, but across the street, because it was kind of a corner house, and it's on a hill, and we're laying down in these bushes. So it's me in the back, and then the two 12-year-olds in the middle, and then the 15-year-old in the front, like all next to each other almost, but like, behind one another. And they're just, we just hear them say, "Get the dog." And we're like, oh no. And they start searching the street. And my friend, the 15-year-old, the one that's in front, he just like crawls back here past us, crawling past all of us, and says, "Run." So I'm just like, oh god. So I just get up and run. And the 15-year-old is running into the woods, so I just run into the woods, and I have like a toboggan on, or a hat, and I end up running into a thorn bush, right? And so the thorns totally ripped off my hat, but I'm just running, and me and the 15-year-old end up in a different neighborhood, right? Just a totally different neighborhood. And the two 12-year-olds are just gone. We don't even know where they are. So we're walking around the neighborhood, and we call them, and they don't answer. We're like, oh no. And we walked back to their house, and they're right there. They're inside their house, and like, yeah, we just ran straight into the house as soon as they came. But me and the other kid are just running through woods and thorn bushes. So that was one of the most exhilarating times. Ding dong ding. It was pretty funny. And this other time, it's all the same people. This was my squad, right? This other time, it's me, a 15-year-old, and a 12-year-old. The other 12-year-old wasn't there, or is 13 or something, right? So there's this house that has a front door, but it also has a side door, which is most convenient to us. So we hit it. Someone walks up, I think it was me, walk up and just bang on the door, and I run. And the 12-year-old like trips and falls, and it was like literally like 5 feet from the door. So we're just like, okay, rip you. Let's call him David. Rip David. He's done. Rip. So we're like, we're not gonna be like, no man, live on. We're just like, rip. See you in the next life, Sonny. Right? And we come back looking for him after it dies down. And come back looking for him when it dies down. And he's nowhere to be found. And we're like, dude, this is bad. So we go back to the house, and it ends up he's there. Somehow he managed to go around us, or somehow we missed him. And he's at the house, and I'm like kind of shook. I'm like, what? How did you get there? What in the world? I don't understand. How in the world did you get there, dude? Somehow he did. I don't know how. Jesus. Where is this? I'm gonna die. And it's dead. Great. So he's just at the house like, oh, my ankle. We're like, how did you get here? And this other time, the same guy runs into a thorn bush when we're running from the crazy house. And I guess, I don't even know, he stays there because he's like, he trips and falls into the thorn bush right beside the house as the people are out looking. I don't know how he managed to get away with it, but he did. And he's sitting there in the thorn bush while we're like gone, like, where's Ian, where's Ian? Like, we see him run up a little indention to run through a yard and just trip and die into a thorn bush, and we're like, he's gonna get caught, but he doesn't. Sitting in the thorn bush, and I did something like that too, but it was okay. So that's story time. Some of the best moments of ding dong ditching. Cops are gonna show up at my door and be like, "This is evidence." What would that even be charged as? I don't know. Vandalization of or whatever, a property. I don't even know. Fun tip, y'all. You guys want some pots? Farm the Godlands. Or you can farm the events, but maybe you should probably farm the Godlands. Get some sick loot, like look at that. So that's all, y'all. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Comment if you want more videos, and then maybe I'll start releasing more videos actively. So yeah, peace, y'all.